Hey, hey, good morning. How are you? I was like, what is that? It's my ladder sticking out. There we go. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Jocelyn Briggs here, Boundless Pursuits Coaching and Training. Gonna work out. We are gonna switch things up today. Normally on Tuesdays we do legs, but I am officially training. I haven't officially signed up, but I'm officially training for the Cocodona 250 miler in May. So it's coming up very quickly. And so been doing some longer runs the last few days. Originally my plan was to do my big race this year in October. So I had lots of time. I wasn't really too concerned with getting any kind of real mileage in until the spring and the summer, and then all of a sudden that fell through. And so I moved some stuff in my life around, and now I'm doing the Cocodona 250 in May. So we are like jumping right into training. I would say I didn't really get out of shape, so I just sort of needed to kind of fire things back up again. But I did a long run on Sunday. Normally I don't even run Sundays. And then I did my hill run yesterday, and so the body and the legs, they're a little tired right now. So normally I would just go do my strength training anyways, but I was thinking, I think I can get a better leg workout if I do it tomorrow. So we're gonna flip things around this week. Next week we'll see. We're gonna do upper body today, and we're gonna do legs tomorrow. So if you're joining me, say hi. I want to kind of start by saying, well, welcome. And if you're new, make sure that you modify anything you need to, take breaks as you need to, change up an exercise if it doesn't feel good to you. Do what you got to do to just show up. The key when you're starting out is just getting yourself to show up for yourself, right? There's a little mindset tweak. One of my friends yesterday said she'd had a really hard couple days, and so she was going to cancel spin class because she needed to decompress. And what I want to encourage you to start doing is thinking about exercise and movement as self-care, right? Because it's helping, it's building up your strength, not just physically but mentally, and you want to think about it as something you do for yourself, not to yourself, right? Like you weight train, or you strength train, or you exercise for you, not to you to punish yourself or to make up for something that you ate, or for making up for something that you did, or because you're fat. Like and I say this because I know that's the things that run through our minds. Oh my God, like I feel so fat, I gotta work out. But I don't really want to. Think about it as something that you do for yourself. I actually like to think of it as something I do for my mind, not just my body, because I always know that if I'm feeling tired or run down or grouchy or frustrated or stressed or anxious or all the things that we contend with, like I know that it clears my mind. And it brings me perspective, and honestly it's a release as well. And so I want to encourage you to start to think about it as something that and that you do for yourself. Same with healthy eating. Again, we think about food as, it's interesting. When you eat foods that are processed or not, or like nutritionally devoid of any nutrition, right? Like you eat foods that I'm going to add a hop here, but again, like you can keep it to low impact if you like. You eat things that aren't good for you, they make you feel like crap. And then you eat like whole foods that are good for you, and we think of them as deprivation. So it's like interesting, right? Like you eat the foods that feel like crap, but they feel like what you want. I mean, it's kind of like, you date a guy that's terrible to you, but you just wish he'd be nicer to you, and you dismiss the guy that's nice to you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so we have this kind of like warped connection to, so be conscious of how you look at foods like if you look at your salad and you sort of look at it with resentment and like, I don't really want you, I want the cheeseburger, right? Like, so subconsciously you're telling yourself that those foods are punishment, unenjoyable, deprivation, you know, and we connect all the negative emotions to them when really you want, I try to look at the foods like, as like money going into my body, right? Like wealth for my body, right? Versus like we need to flip our relationships. Is that making sense? So like start to train your body to see the things that you're trying to do not as punishment, but as giving, right? And then as you start to repeat those messages to yourself, like every time you eat a really good, healthy meal, be mindful of how you feel after and think, wow, I'm really happy that I did that for myself. Versus eating a crappy meal and thinking, oh, that was not very good of me to do to myself. It was not very nice of me to do to myself. Okay, I'm going to keep those to a minimum. And I'm going to be nice to myself most of the time. And every now and then I'm going to, you know, I don't know. I ran out of the idea for the analogy there. But when you start to make that connection, you start to actually feel really good mentally about the choices you're making, and you want to make those choices. And I think that's a subtle but really impactful shift to make, because when you want to make the choices, like you're going to make them more often, right? And the key is repetition and consistency, right? It's repetition over a long period of time where you start to see results, bad or good. One of the things I love about the 5-day drop program, which is the nutrition coaching, or the nutrition program that I coach with my clients, is that it strips away all the bad habits. And a lot of times we pick up these little habits here and there, and they're tiny. We're not even really aware that we're doing them, and they accumulate over time, and the effects of them compound over time. So it might be like, I'll give you guys an example. I'm trying to think of one, but like I started to accumulate all these little habits. Now I was eating all healthy foods, everything was good, but I would start to have a little extra here and a little extra there, and add a snack here and add a snack there. Everything was harmless on its own, but when you compound them all together and then you do it every day, it's going to add up to a different outcome, right? So let's say you have a little piece of dark chocolate after your lunch every day, and you start to have a muffin. I have these muffins that I like. They're healthy, but I have it every day. And then I have, I don't know, an extra serving of protein. Like you start to compound it over time. So the 5-day drop cleans everything out and makes you sort of conscious of what you're doing, and makes you sort of think about, what do I want to put back in? And what can I sort of like, oh, this was never supposed to be an everyday thing, right? The chocolate after lunch was supposed to be a one-day thing, not an everyday thing. And maybe we'll make that back to a once-in-a-while thing, right? Anyway, I'm just kind of giving you guys ideas of, honestly, I just share what happens in my brain and the games I play with myself, and hope that maybe you can relate, and maybe it can help you guys too. The 5-day drop, I think, is such a great program in that way that it helps us all in so many ways, not just the 5 pounds lost in the 5 days, which, a lot of us are like, yeah, I can get down with that. I'm not opposed to that happening. I'd love to see my scale move about 3 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds, but I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to do my next 5-day drop, because The hard part about the 5-day drop is that first day. The first day is a dirty fast. And I strongly recommend, for me anyway, working out on that first day is not ideal. It sets me back for the rest of the 5-day drop, depending. You could probably do some resistance. I just think don't do it. I just think take that day off, take it as a recovery day. But also make sure you're busy. So I'm going to use my bench today. But if you don't have a bench, that's okay. You don't need one. You can do everything I'm doing on the floor. We're going to work upper body. So we're going to start with, what we're going to do is 2 exercises at a time. Kind of like Tabata. We're going to do 10 reps. So we're going to start with our rows. We do, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling very creative today. I'm tired, and it's not just the training that I've been doing. For those of you guys that follow me on social media, and if you don't, I invite you to. I'm putting up some good stuff right now, I gotta say. Like, I am becoming a low-key chef, just saying. I might become famous for my cooking. I'm not a chef at all. Okay, so let's get started here. But I'm feeling really fired up and inspired in the kitchen. 5, so 5 more. 5, actually we're going to do 8 today. 3, 1 more. We're going to do sets of 8 today. What I made on my breakfast show today, if you did not catch my breakfast show today, you've got to go back and catch it, because I'm still floating in ecstasy of the enjoyment of what I made, that I came up with in my mind, and I was just hoping it would be as good. And maybe it was just because I was really hungry this morning, but it was really good. It was a chocolate peanut butter crepe, okay? All protein, you guys. This is all protein. Because my schedule called for protein and a fat this morning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we're going to do 8 bicep curls. My schedule called for protein and a fat. Can I do 25s? I don't know. Let's see. No. And so here's, you can keep this, this is what I love about this program too. You can get really creative like I did this morning. So we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can get really creative, or you can keep it really simple. So a really simple example of a protein and a fat for breakfast would be egg whites and avocado. Boom, protein, fat. Chicken and avocado if you don't do eggs. Really simple, right? So you don't have to complicate it. But I was feeling kind of creative, and I'm loving these protein crepes. You could do a smoothie with protein powder and blend in some peanut butter. So easy, right? Actually, a lot of times what I was doing last week is egg whites with peanut butter. Surprisingly, very good. I did not come up with that idea. Somebody told me about it, and I was like, all right, well, I'll try it. I love peanut butter, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So today, I made chocolate peanut butter crepe. So egg whites and chocolate protein powder with powdered peanut butter. Mix it up, make a crepe. So good, I'm addicted to these right now. And then my filling, I can't talk and count at the same time. 4, 3, 2, 1. My filling, I took non-fat cottage cheese, so that's protein. I added a teeny tiny, like 1/4 teaspoon of Walden's sugar-free syrup to just sweeten it up a little bit, and some cinnamon. Put that in the crepe with 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. That was my fat and protein. Like literally still, it was so good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna have to make a reel with that recipe because it was so good. But follow me because I'm coming up with stuff like that. Like I'm feeling so creative right now with this program. Again, like you can keep it so simple, but you can have so much fun. And these are, like everything I make is probably, I would say, under 5 ingredients and just whole food ingredients. So it's like simple stuff, you guys, that I take and I just make interesting combinations from that are really good. They're not fancy, but they're so good. So I actually have an idea for a snack that I want to try making with berries and yogurt. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, what was my point? There was a point where I was saying to follow me. Maybe not following me on social media. Oh, collagen. Collagen's on sale. So the collagen that I use and recommend is on sale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm not going to lie, it is an investment. This collagen is an investment. But your body should be an investment. Your body is not, most of us treat our body like a garbage can. It should be like a bank account, right? Treat your body like a bank account instead of a garbage can. That's kind of good. In other words, deposit into it instead of, deposit the right things into it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's step 1. So we're going to do like pairs today. So the next one we're going to do is these ones. I lied. We're going to do gorilla roast, but we're going to do 2 at a time. So I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment. We may need it again, but all right, so you're going to do 2 kettlebells for this one, and we're still going to do back and biceps for this next set. So anyways, what I was going to say is this collagen never goes on sale, ever. Black Friday is always the best day to buy, or the best time to buy it. We sell a ton of it then because people stock up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, one thing with those is you want to make sure that your back is flat, not rounded. I'll tell you something, just a little side story. Before using the collagen and following this eating plan, I could not bend my back like that. I'm not even joking. Okay, so we're going to do 8 on each side. 8, 7, 6, 5. Notice my weight is in a hammer style now. What's it called? 7, 8. Okay, 8 on the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Make sure your arm doesn't swing at the bottom. You want to stop it right there. Last one. Okay, that's round 1. Anyway, it doesn't go on sale, so it went on sale yesterday. My clients took total advantage of that, which I think that's a good thing, and so did I. So it was an extremely busy day yesterday. Oh my gosh. So on top of everything else, I think my point of this entire really long-winded story was there's not a lot of bandwidth left up here. It's a bit it's a bit tapped out for good reasons, and I am so grateful to my expanding client base because it means I'm reaching more people. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, pull that belly in, 3, 2, 1. And I'll tell you guys, my real mission, and it's always been this, but it's become really clear to me in the last little bit, is to help you increase life, right? It's to help you live more, fuller life. And I don't believe we can live our best life without optimal health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my goal for you, or my purpose, my mission is twofold. It's 1, to help you lose that weight and help you gain the strength, right? Lose the weight, get strong, right? That's the first goal, is to help you lose the weight, get healthy. The secondary goal is, what are you going to do with that, right? And that's where I really want to speak to you, is what are you going to do with it? Like, now that I know Darcy, if you're on today, and Betty, 2 ladies who've been training with me for a couple years now, speaking to both of them over the last week or so and sharing with me like the change that they've experienced at over 60. Are you guys both over 60? Betty, I know you are. Darcy, I'm not sure how old you are. But the changes, and so it's like, what does that now look like for your life? What can you now do now that you've attained this level of health that you didn't have before? Because I guarantee you right now, no matter how healthy you are, right, because we all do this, unless you're really conscious of it, you reject ideas because you don't think that they're available to you because of X, Y, Z, right? So like, I mean, I've done that for years. No, I don't think that I'm strong enough, fit enough, young enough, whatever, right? And we don't even entertain those ideas because we don't think that they're in our wheelhouse. And I'm here to tell you, like, my secondary goal is to help you remove those limits from yourself that are really just here. The first step is to get you on a path where you're headed towards good health. For most of us, that means weight loss. Not everybody. 1, 2, 3. But you're never going to be too strong. Oh, I don't want to get any stronger. I'm already too strong. Right? You could say that. I don't want to lose any more weight. I'm already too skinny. Yeah, you could say that. But not too many people could say that. Some could. But you're never going to say, oh, I'm too strong. I don't want to get any stronger. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8. Okay, that's round 2. So that's my purpose, that's my mission, you guys. And I've been working really hard on getting out there and finding more people who want help with that, right? I can't do it for you, but I can help you with it, right? So if you're somebody who wants improved health, improved energy, right? Maybe some weight loss, improved strength, so that you can do what, right? So that you can go on to what? What is that going to look like for you? So I call it increase of life. I just love that term. I might have made it up, I'm not sure. so next up we're going to go these. So again, you want your back flat and your the lower spine kind of locked in. We're going to do 8 of those, and then we're going to do 8 shoulder raises. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you can hear my back crunching. I've been working on my mobility in my special time in the mornings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I realized I was doing my morning show this morning, and I'm all over the place. This is one of my goals, to be a little bit more concise about my speaking. 4. I said I was going to share my morning routine, and then I got distracted, and I didn't. So I'll share it with you guys. Not that you asked, but I'll share you guys what my morning routine is, what my special time is. This is not my term. One of my clients calls it special time. So special time is my morning time. I've been getting up earlier and earlier and earlier to have more time in the morning because that is my favorite time of day. So I run at 6:45. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. I run at 6:45. I used to get up with just enough time to get ready, roll into my truck, and drive to the trail. But now I'm like, no. That is my sacred time. What I've recognized about myself is my best energy comes early in the day. And so I used to kind of like divide it between work and working out. So if I was working out, I wouldn't really have much left for work or working on myself, right? Because during COVID, I took a program and it taught us to basically start your day with this self-study, right? And I loved it. I actually was really excited to get up in the morning because I couldn't wait to go downstairs and start my like self-study session. So it included writing out gratitude and then writing out your goals as though they've already been accomplished. So I am so happy and grateful now that whatever your goal is, right? Now that I've crushed my 250 miler, I am so happy and grateful. So that you bring your goals to you. There's a whole whack of reasons why we do that. And actually I'm doing a workshop coming up to sort of teach that to people. But it made me love getting up in the mornings because I would get up, turn my fireplace on. It's a gas fireplace. 3, make my coffee. 2, 1, start my essential oils. So I bought all these fun essential oils for, all different like woo-woo ones. 4, 3, 2. It's like a spa. It's like spa time. I get out my journal. I listen to my woo-woo music, Ludovico and Audi. 3, 4. Are you kind of getting in a picture of my environment in the morning? 3, 2. Well, let me tell you, I want to get up in the morning. Like if I wake up if I roll over and I have the choice to go back to sleep or get up, like I actually want to get up because I can't wait to have what I call now my special time. But if I gotta run, it interrupts my special time. But I can't run later in the day because I'm tired. I don't like running later in the day, so it's like hard to do all the things. So what I started doing is getting up earlier so that I can do all of the things. I gotta get in work, exercise, and like my self-care time. It's tough. So like I now get up at 5 at the latest, which is crazy to me because I was never that person. And now I'm like working towards getting up more like 4:45, 4:30. Again, crazy to me because I was never that person. But I come downstairs. This is my morning. Come downstairs. I get my glass of warm lemon water. That's the first thing. I take my warm lemon water. I start the kettle. Take my warm lemon water to my living room. Start the fireplace. Turn on my essential oils. And I start by doing 20 push-ups. And my daily move, which I do this every Every month I have a daily move challenge. So this month was 50 Russian twists and 50 bicycles. I do those first thing. I get my water, I do those, so that those are done. I don't have to worry about those for the day, or worry about me forgetting them. Takes like a minute, like literally like a minute, maybe 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I do a little bit of mobility work. So I've gotten it down to a routine now where I listen to Ludovico Einaudi, his playlist on Spotify. The first song is for my stretching. 3, 2, and mobility. So I spend 5 minutes or so doing some mobility work for my body. So it's kind of like I'm waking up my body first. 4, 3, 2, last one. There we go. I think that was 3 sets, right, guys? So I'm drinking my water, but here's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to sitting on my couch and doing my journaling, my gratitude, my what do you call it? Not meditations, visualizations. But before I get to, and drinking my coffee, before I get to that, I have to do like the harder stuff first. So I gotta drink my lemon water, and I gotta do my body work, let's call it, right? Like my push-ups, my daily move, and then some mobility. Then I sit on the couch, and then I settle in, man, and I have my coffee, and I write out my gratitude, and I write out my goals, and I read. Well, let me tell you, I can sit there for 3 hours easily and not even know that time went by. Like, I love, love, love that time. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the floor and I'm gonna do presses now, next. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. What's the time? Yep, that should work out. Okay, so presses next. So we've done back, biceps, shoulders. Now we're gonna do chest. Okay, so we're gonna do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do 3 exercises in this set. So next we're going to do flies. You might have to drop down for flies because they're a little harder. You want to keep a soft elbow. I want to encourage you to start your own morning routine and come up with your own kind of regimen where you pour into you first thing in the day, right? Like you start out your day because then you're choosing your energy, you're choosing your thoughts, you're setting the tone for the day. And you have the ability to do that. But what I used to do is get up with just enough time to get to where I had to go, and then it's just like your whole day is just like boom, 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 right? And it's really frenetic and it's chaotic, and you go into like really reactive mode where everything that comes at you is just like reacting, like you're not ever actually deciding where you're going. You're just kind of like in that video game where like things are kind of flying at you and you just got to try not to get hit versus being the one that's going out and pursuing, right, the goal. It's like totally different energy, and you do that day in and day out, and you're exhausted, right? And you're never actually taking the time to take a step back and regroup and choose your energy and choose your thoughts and set your goals and set your intentions. Like, it's really powerful. It's really addictive, which is why I really want to get up at 4. But if I'm going to get up at 4, I got to go to bed at like 9 at the latest. Oh, Jen Sharp, I know you get up really early. 3, 2, 1. See, I used to have this mindset that nothing before 5, and like 5, like that was the difference between like night and day. Like literally, like if it's 4:58, it's still nighttime, and 5 is like the very, very beginning of the day. That doesn't mean I have to be up then. It used to be like 6. I also used to believe 7 was my ideal time to get up. So I would get up at 6, 2, last one. I would get up at 6, but then on the weekends I'm like, I'm gonna sleep till my ideal time, 7. So it's like we have all these beliefs, but they're not true. Like we can decide, and then my day gets going, and then it's like busy, 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 but eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, that's round 2. Anyways, you guys think I'm crazy? Like, definitely it's not something I would have foreseen, but the problem is I have teenage kids, and it's really hard to go to bed by 9 at the latest, or 9:30, right? So if I can be asleep by 10, 10:30, I'm getting 6 to 7 hours, because I do also cherish and value my sleep. Okay, last round. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then last set of tricep extensions. We're going to finish with some push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So we're going to finish with some push-ups because I got my 20 in this morning, of course, because I just told you. But my goal is trying to nail down these 100 push-ups. So some days I make it, some days I don't. My minimum is 20. I gotta do 20, and I do those in the morning. I get my daily moves. The new daily move is coming out tomorrow. I'll let you guys know what it is. It's Pilates 100s. So we're gonna add Pilates 100s to our bicycles and Russian twists. So we'll be up to 200. The iron challenge, it's called the Iron Core this year, is to stack each move each month. So we're going to continue with the Russian twists and the bicycles, and we're going to add on Pilates 100s. I thought I would keep it kind of easy or simple. 1, 2, 3. You can do these from your knees or on a wall. Okay, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take a little rest. We're going to do 10, we're going to try anyway, 10 tricep push-ups. So you're going to bring your hands in and keep your elbows close to you and press up with the back of your arms. Just gonna do 10 of these. These are a lot harder. Just giving my arms a break here for a second. All right, ready? Let's go. 10, 9. You might need to do these from your knees. That's 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my goodness. Oh, did I feel those? All right, that is a wrap. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, if you're looking for collagen, mine is on sale right now for a couple more days. $20 off, $45 off if you're a new customer you've never bought before. So have an awesome day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.